Here's a puzzle. A pigeon lands on a high-voltage power line, enough electricity to power a whole street, and just sits there, totally fine. But if you grabbed that same wire, it could kill you in an instant. So why is the bird okay and you're not? The answer is one simple idea. And once it clicks, you'll understand the whole journey electricity takes to reach the outlet in your wall. So let's follow the electricity backwards, from your wall to the street wires, to those giant towers, all the way to the spinning heart of a power plant. Electricity is just electrons, tiny pieces of atoms, being pushed through a wire like water through a pipe. And here's the wild part. Those electrons barely move. They drift slower than a snail. It's the push behind them that races down the wire at nearly the speed of light. Picture two garden hoses. One barely dribbles, one blasts across the yard. Same water, so what's different? The pressure behind it. Electricity's the same. The electrons are the water. The pressure that pushes them is called voltage. Here's the part most people miss. Pressure is always a difference between 2 points. Water only flows if one end is higher pressure than the other. And that's why the pigeon is fine. Both of its feet sit on one wire at the same voltage. No difference, no push, no electricity through the bird. It'd only get zapped if it touched something at a lower pressure too, like the ground. That's why you're in danger. Standing on the ground, your body becomes the difference. So where does that push come from in the first place? Here's the secret. Move a magnet past a coil of wire, and the electrons inside start to move. That's electricity. Spin that magnet fast inside a big coil, and you've built a power plant. And here's what blew my mind. Almost every power plant is just a different way to spin that magnet. Coal, gas, and nuclear plants just make heat to boil water into steam, and the steam blasts a giant fan, a turbine, that spins the magnet. A dam uses falling water, a wind farm uses wind. Wildly different fuels, the exact same final move: spin the magnet, push the electrons. Solar is the one rebel. It skips the magnet and knocks electrons loose straight out of sunlight. So we've made our electricity. But now comes the hard part, because it's stuck at a plant that might be hundreds of miles away, and getting it all the way to you should be almost impossible. Here's the problem. Long wires waste energy as heat the whole way. Send it out naively, and most of it leaks away before it ever reaches you. But the waste doesn't come from the pressure. It comes from the amount of electricity crammed through the wire at once, the current. More heat. Like more cars jamming a road, so the instant it leaves the plant, engineers pull a clever swap, crank the pressure way up and the amount way down. Same energy delivered, but almost nothing wasted on the trip. The gadget that does it is a transformer, just 2 coils of wire side by side. More loops on the second coil, and the voltage steps. Up, fewer loops, and it steps down. Like bike gears trading speed for strength, never making energy, just repackaging it. So a step-up transformer boosts our electricity to hundreds of thousands of volts, and now, finally, it's ready for the road. And here's something wild about this whole grid. It has almost no storage. It makes exactly as much power as everyone's using, every single second. So the instant you flip on a kettle, a power plant somewhere works a little harder, just for you. And what a road it is. Those hundreds of thousands of volts race along the transmission lines, the giant towers marching across the countryside. Yep, the exact wires our pigeon was sitting on. But that pressure would fry everything in your house. So as it reaches your town, it pulls off at a substation where step-down transformers ease it back down, and a final can on the pole outside drops it to the gentle 120 or 230 volts your outlets use. But it's still not safe in your home yet. First, it passes one last guardian, the breaker box in your closet, a security guard for the whole house. If a short or an overload hits, it instantly trips and cuts the power before the wires can overheat and start a fire. Finally, it reaches your outlet. But your phone's tiny battery still can't drink 120 volts. So that little charger block is really a mini transformer, stepping it down to about 5 volts and smoothing it into the calm, steady form a battery likes. And that's the whole journey. Born from a spinning magnet, boosted to survive the trip, eased back down, guarded, and handed gently to your phone, all in less time than it took to say this sentence. Electricity is electrons pushed through wires. Voltage is the pressure doing the pushing. Voltage is a difference between 2 points. The whole reason a pigeon on one wire never gets hurt. Almost all electricity is made by spinning a magnet in a coil. Nearly every plant, coal to wind, is just a different way to spin it. We send it at super high pressure to waste less on the trip, because the waste comes from the current, not the voltage. Transformers step that pressure up for the long journey and back down for your home, where your breaker box and charger make the final volts safe.